Hello, this is the Vid Seeker, and this is going to be my Criterion update for August 27, 2011. Now, I have not had a chance to view them all, but I wanted to do this video before I forget, because that happened with my Criterions that I picked up on the Amazon sale. That was like 3 or 4 months ago, and I never got a chance to post those up, so I wanted to do this before I forget again. And most of these are from the Barnes & Noble sale from last month. So as you can see, it's been a while since I posted something from my Criterion sets or pickups. I'll try to put them up on my updates or my spotlight review, since most likely I'm gonna stop doing updates because there's just too many that I've been picking up lately, especially from the pawn shops. So I'll probably just end up just doing individual or sets of 3s, like spotlights, or they're like super interesting films that are or super hard to find films. And so I'm trying to keep this one under 50 minutes. So let's see if I succeed. Oh yes, and at the end I am going to show you 3 other sets. They're not Criterions, but I think they're in quality they're equal to a Criterion. So I'll start up with this one. It's called Hopscotch, and from the synopsis on the back, it's supposed to be like a espionage type of thing, cat and mouse comedy, and it stars the very talented Mr. Walter Matthau. So it should be an interesting little film. This one I did pick it up at a Blockbuster, and it's number 163. Next one, this one I picked it at Amazon. Some guy was selling it for like $15, so it was a no-brainer since I hadn't had this one in my collection. It was the Alfred Hitchcock Spellbound, and the artwork or the dream sequences were done by my favorite artist, Salvador Dali. So that was another little incentive to buy it. And I believe this one's now out of print, so it's gonna be pretty hard to get a hold of. So if you see it out there for a real good price, snatch it up. I know there is another edition. It's not by the Criterion, but it's supposed to have a lot of features that this one doesn't have. But the advantage on this one is that the image is actually better than the other release. But I'll probably pick that one up also just for the other extras, and I'll probably just leave this one closed until maybe Criterion puts out a Blu-ray or something of it. And this one's number 136. Looks like the light is a little too close here, so I can't show you. And the next one, this one, it says here it's by Bramhage, an anthology. And from what I see, the back looks like it's just a bunch of little short experimental films. Oh, yeah, this one I picked it up also at a pawn shop for like $5, something like around there. So, and it's a Criterion, so anything that says Criterion I've mostly picked it up. And the next one is a Blu-ray called Kiss Me Deadly, and it's based on a pulp fiction novel by Mickey Spillane. So anything with Mickey Spillane I'll pick it up. I even have a comic book that was put out by him also. So this one's like Mike Hammer, I believe it's played by this guy, and it's a very dark story. And what I've read, there is some controversy about the ending, that how it influenced the French New Wave. You know how those French films have that abrupt ending. Supposedly they got that from this film. But there's been some controversy as what caused that abrupt ending. Some say that they couldn't fit the film at the last reel, so instead of putting another reel, they just cut it. And another say that no, it was done on purpose for a more what do you call it, a more intrigued ending. So you hear a bunch of stories about the way this film ended. But it is a very good film and it's very interesting. And this one is number, well, I don't know if the Blu-rays have a different number system. So, interesting. Next one is The Naked Kiss, and it's a film by Sam Fuller. And it's a very bizarre film. It's kind of like a mystery slasher type of deal for this crazy lady. So, a must have. Next one is Solaris. This one is the Andrei Tarkovsky film. It's a Russian film. I would say this is my second favorite film of his. The first one being Stalker. That one's not put up by Criterion, but it is put up by another company. I think it's from Russia. First Look, I believe, is the company. I'm not 100% sure. And I do have that one. And it's a 2-disc edition, and it's a very good transfer. But if Criterion ever was to put it out, I would buy it again. The next one is filmed by Wim Wenders. You pronounce the W like a V, so it'll be Wim Wenders. And it's Paris, Texas. And it's a very, to me, it's a very gentle, slow-moving story, but very interesting. It has a little mystery to it, and it starts the very lovely Natasha Kinski, which was the main attraction why I got into this film. And also another film that I bought from that other sale was called Wings of Desires, and it's directed by him also. So that one's a very interesting art film. Next one is by Luis Buñuel, Simon of the Desert. Buñuel, that's how you pronounce his last name. Buñuel. So I know he pokes a lot of fun or I don't know into the Catholic religion. So it does have its controversy to it. Next one is also by Luis Buñuel, Viridiana. As you can see from the back cover, it does have like a Last Supper type of scene there. I'm trying to move it along, so try to keep it under 15 minutes like this. This one I basically picked it up because of the what it said on the back, that it was a very controversial film at its time. That there was even, according to it says here, it was seized by customs upon entry into the United States. I'm not sure exactly why. Maybe it's because of nudity or the story itself. I'm not sure. But it looks like it's two movies. I Am Curious Jello and I Am Curious Blue. I won't even try to say his last name there. Speaking of controversy, we got Salo, or The 120 Days of Sodom. And that's by Pier Paolo Pasolini. And I would agree with a lot of people that would hate this film. I can see their point of view. But at the same time, I can also see the director's point of view of what he was trying to express. So, but it is definitely not for everybody. I know the first time that I saw it, I was pretty shocked. But I'll probably keep it close to just for my collection. There is a Blu-ray for $20. What the heck? And the next one is Beauty and the Beast. Now this is my kind of film because it's those old black and white films. They're so magical to me. I mean, I don't think they could ever replicate the cinematography, um, unless they did it with a lot of computer, you know, CGI type of deals that would manipulate the image. But I don't think they could even come close to what the way these guys did it. So on Blu-ray, couldn't resist. And the next one is The Magician, and it's by Mar Brickman. And I like the cover, the way the curtain, the guy's looking through the curtain, but at the same time the curtain kind of makes his face look like a skull. Kind of very surreal. So I like that kind of stuff. This film I've only seen like little parts on the internet, and it always intrigued me. I'm not into witchcraft or anything like that, but I still found it interesting. So I couldn't resist buying it. And it's called Haxon, Witchcraft Through the Ages. And I even mentioned, I think, in my little review on Super, that the way they portray the demons, I think they got that idea from this film. So this should be an interesting view. And the last critirion is called Vampyr. And it's one of my favorite films because it also has that very dreamlike quality to it, like a nightmare. And the way it's photographed, it's like a silent film, but a vampire-like creatures. So I couldn't resist that. And it's comes with the booklet and the DVD. So it's one of those magical films. I really can't say much about it. I just can't explain it. It's one of my favorites. Let's put it like that. And the last films that I'm about to show you are by Arrow. And this one, it's a frightful comedy. It's called Vamp. It's one of my favorite 80s films. This one, Vamp, and the Fright Night. I think they're equally as good. I would say the Fright Night is a little bit better, but this film is pretty cool also. I know at the time a lot of people were putting it down, getting bad reviews, but it sticked around, so it looks like it wasn't that bad since it's still going. And on Blu-ray. And this is the UK edition. As you can see, it's all region coded. There's a bunch of covers, so you can choose some extra stuff. So I couldn't resist picking it up. I think by the end of this month or so, there is going to be a US edition, but it's not going to have all the special features this one has. So if you want to pick up just the movie itself, I guess you can pick up the US version. But this one I found it like for $10. So this one plus this one, the Infernal one by Dario Argento. I picked them both up for $10 each from the UK. So those to me, that's a very good price for all the extras that these things come with. So, and like I said, to me they're equal to Criterion in quality and what they give you. And the last one is by Encore. It's the collector's edition of The Night of the Haunted, starring the super lovely Bridget LaHaye. I think she's got the most beautiful eyes. And yes, I have seen some of her adult films, since she was an adult actress. That's how she got into the business. And then later on she did a lot of horror films for Mr. Gene Rollin. So I can see why she was very talented. She moved up. And it is kind of gory. It is a very dark film, kind of like a mystery. Basically, this guy finds her in the streets. She has like lost her memory, and then he takes her to some hospital, and then by the next day she completely forgets everything that happened to her the previous night with the guy. So when he sees her again, she's like, "Who are you?" But at the very end, you will understand why she keeps losing her memory. It's kind of very sad ending, actually. But it's put up by this company. Just got the little picture of the face right here, and I know when I first bought this, because I had the original version that was put up by them. It was kind of like very cheaply released. The negative is very dirty and all that. But looks like they're improving, because they released this one and it's very close to a Criterion. And it is a 2-disc set. And it comes with a little booklet and some pictures and some synopsis of the story. And then the 2 discs. So it's a very well released. And I got lucky, I picked it up on eBay for like close to like 18 bucks including shipping. So super lucky, because I know it's been going for around $40. That's why I've been putting it out from buying it, even though it's one of my favorite films. Never noticed, is that the towers? Or it's just a building that looks like that? Oh. So yeah, I got lucky when I got it. So, and it is one of my favorite films, horror film suffers. Like I say, she's beautiful. So if you ever find her adult films, I would pick them up. She's very well endowed and very talented. So this is the Vidseeker, and I hope you enjoyed this little. Well, it looks like I didn't manage to get under 15, so happy hunting out there, guys.